Hi, Lisa Marie here. I am not a doctor. I am not a nutritionist. I'm just a girl who listened to her doctor and her nutritionist after having the vertical sleeve gastrectomy, or VSG. I think we all have a problem sometimes with being regular. Right? However, after any type of bariatric surgery, oh my goodness, things happen. And probably the best way, I've had two different ways of it explained to me. And the first one is, no matter what surgery you've had, they're either going in and taking out part of your stomach, part of your intestines, they're rerouting things and making them go in different places, or they're adding stuff in to either crimp it off or fill it up. I mean, hello, your body is saying, what the heck are you doing to me? And if you think I'm going to behave and work like I'm supposed to, you got another thing coming. So all of us experience a couple of issues, especially right after surgery. Oh my gosh, do not trust that you're passing gas. No, farts are liquid and they're messy. And many of us who have had surgery have ended up leaving clothes at the hospital or wherever because, yeah, it's not pretty. You can't trust it. You just cannot trust it. For gosh, you can't trust gas for me, several months that kind of would go on. And then depending on what type of surgery you have, some people eat certain things and it slides right on through and comes right out really fast. Normally, a normal body, a normal tummy takes 3 days to process what you eat. Whatever you eat's got to go in and go through your stomach and all of the acids that break it down, and then it goes through its journey through your intestines, and in that part it's branching out to all of the different organs and things that your body needs. So sometimes it takes a little bit to move through, and other times, as many of you may know or you'll learn, it could take 5 minutes and something's coming out, and it's just totally different after weight loss surgery. It's totally different. So something that happened to me pretty much after the accidents with the gas, I got constipated. I got totally backed up, and it felt like I felt everything was right here and it was coming up my throat. It was scary and it was gross and it was so uncomfortable and it was so painful that I really tried so many things. I tried 1 stool softener, 2, 3, whatever the max was. I did those because they were little and I could swallow them. I tried adding fiber. I tried 3 different types of fiber things to put in your water, and they were all gross. To where I ended up finding these tablets that were like about that big, but you could chew them. So fiber, I don't know now, I would have to look back in my little tracker here to tell you if I was actually drinking enough water, and this doesn't tell me, but I want to tell you, after any type of bariatric surgery, your whole system is going to be wonky. And it is not going to be perhaps what you were used to, especially if you were used to going poo every day. Your body, think about it. You've just had all that stuff cut and rerouted and done. One of my other doctors, he explained it to me. Out of all of that stuff that was done, you now have what is considered a baby tummy. It's a baby tummy. That's why you're on liquids at first, and then you go to the clear liquids, and then you go to soft foods, and then you introduce in firmer foods. Just like a baby, just like an infant, you have to go through those stages. You can't rush them because your body and your system can't keep up. And if you try to do any of that too soon, or you don't follow what they've told you to do, you're going to have problems and issues. And believe me, they are not good and they're not fun. So here is kind of a tracker that I did to keep track of how often I actually had a bowel movement. And as you can see, there were some times where it was like a whole week almost here. And then sometimes I go more than once a day. But it's not abnormal. It's not. It's like a baby tummy and then a toddler tummy. And yeah, if you feed them the right foods, their body wakes up and it gets regular. Same with us. If you do what they tell you to do, you'll get regular and do that. So I tried all of the laxatives. I tried fibers. I drank prune juice, this, prune juice, that. I even got to a point where I drank apple juice that had sugar in it because somebody somewhere said something about the sugar giving them help in that area. And I'm going to admit something. I even resorted back to something that I know worked when I was really fat and heavy. I would have hot tea, and I would dunk a Chips Ahoy chocolate chip cookie in hot tea, and it would get just a little bit soft, and then I would eat that. And I would eat probably, gosh, back then, I would eat probably 6 cookies, somewhere between 4 and 6 cookies. And within 15, 20 minutes, I had to go to the bathroom. So that whole 3-day rule, for some reason, or maybe it was just a coincidence, I don't know. But even in my desperation of just needing to be emptied out, I tried a Chips Ahoy cookie in my tea, and the only thing it did was add to the stuffiness. It added to the buildup. It was awful. It was awful, and it wasn't pretty. So what I found that finally did work was walking. What? Walking and water. Water. Not juice, not G2, not tea, not anything with caffeine. It was just plain water and walking. That's right, water and walking. You have to remember also, when you're new and you've just had gastric surgery of any kind, this is the other example that someone gave me. You're only putting in little bits at a time. You're putting in little half-ounce, 1-ounce sips, right? And you're putting in bites that are like this big, to try to get your 60 to 90 grams of protein. So if you're not putting very much in, not very much is going to come out, right? So it's kind of like the bank. You cannot expect to withdraw hundreds of dollars if all you keep putting in are pennies. You can't. Over time, yes, but immediately, no. If you're putting in pennies, you are not going to get hundreds. Sorry, Ben is not going to be your friend. So I started doing some research and wondering what the heck is normal poop after surgery. And I came across this website, which I don't know what that is now, but if you look up what is poop supposed to do or supposed to be, it has these crazy awesome drawings that tell you where you are and kind of what you need. So once your body starts getting in there and you go from, you'll probably be this. It'll be like a soft banana looking thing. You don't want the runs. You can have the kind that's like a little bit more runny, a little bit together, a little bit, runny. That's kind of normal. And there's no solid pieces, that's actually telling you you're dehydrated. The answer, drink more water. That's right, drink more water. And then you move up the food chain, or down, however you want to say it, and you end up getting the sausage-shaped, more soft, smooth things, which is optimal. And this may only be this big, or this big, because you're not putting that much in. Your poop may only be this big. If you're used to having poop this big or filling up the whole toilet, change your mind. It's going to be different now after surgery. So look this up, because if you've got sticky poop or it's a color and it's doing stuff, that could be a problem. So you want to pay attention to that. And if you have fluffy pieces that are kind of ragged and all together, you're on the verge of normal, and that's okay. But these ones that are separated also, they're not too bad. It says you're pretty normal, and you might be, going several times a day. And then the sausage all clumped together is you're a little bit dehydrated, and possibly, I think it was low. You need to increase your intake of water. And then all the way separated like these, they say if it looks like nuts or a whole bunch of nuts together, you're lacking in fiber and fluids. So there you go. Really, the answer is water. I know we don't like it. So if you need to add a little bit of fresh lemon or lime or strawberry or cucumber or watermelon or whatever you need to do to add some flavor into your water, do that, because you need to get water in you. Water and walking. Water and walking. Those are the things that keep your machine, your body, doing what it's supposed to do. So there you have it. Had to talk about poop because we all have the problem and we all have an issue, and the answer is what God already provided us with. Water and walking. Easy. Have a great day. I'll be praying that your body will start functioning like it's supposed to. Bye.